Hope you enjoy, everyone. Thanks for watching. This is Sellavin. Now let's give my latest review on Dragon Ball Super episode 59. Ein Protect Supreme Kai Goros destroy Zamasu right now. This episode right now had some good moments that I really liked overall. And I really like these moments. Like overall, let's start with the beginning. Like we know that Goku, Supreme Kai, Hinkai, Beerus Whis, they arrive, and they see Zamasu, he coming out with the tea and stuff, knowing that what he intends to do is sinister objective, sinister, just to stretch it out, sinister. It's pretty intense when you think about it. Overall, it's something you gotta notice. Notice that his evil plans. They know that what Zamasu plans to do, but they don't have proof that he's gonna do it yet. So far, so they're gonna do. I like how Goku, he sees the mess up stuff and doesn't follow instructions. So Beerus has to be the one who knocks some sense into him. So sometimes so they're gonna wait, to see if Zamasu is gonna make their move. They made it look like they wanted something, something, but just forget it and just laugh. But they got their eyes peeled. To watch them observe. Things are not easy for the rest of them. Like for example, Trunks is down. Vegeta's still training in the ship, in the gravity room, to adjust himself. After all, he got stabbed in the chest and by that energy blade by Black. So he's probably fuming with anger right now, Vegeta. Yeah, because he lost to a copy of Goku, and not the real Goku, a copy, someone who wears his face. And yet still, he's still lost. One of the things that motivates Vegeta is Goku. Another is his pride, and he just lost to a fake Goku, and his pride is probably wounded. And if you guys watch Dragon Ball Z at all, or know anything, and know Vegeta all too well, then you know that what I'm saying is true. Overall. However, things are starting to go well in the story. Like for example, younger Trunks is trying to cheer up future Trunks. Cheer him up, making him feel better. I mean, even saying you're supposed to be me, right? Aren't you supposed to be angry and stuff? Stand up. Aren't you a Saiyan? Like he's literally saying some of the things that his father should be saying, that Vegeta should be saying. And right now, remember, adult Trunks, older Trunks, didn't grow up with his dad. Yeah, this one did, and he only knew Vegeta because he time traveled to the past and stuff, which is something you should consider. Seeing the way he's literally stepping up to fight himself, saying that he should motivate himself, it's pretty nice, overall. Because right now, younger Trunks is trying to cheer up future Trunks, trying to get him back in the spirits, and also seeing Mai, and how she's starting to adore Trunks. She likes the fact that in the future they are, kind of a couple. Well, not really a couple, they are in love, so that they are kind of together. But, they haven't done anything yet, But they are close. You also gotta see the comedic aspect of Pilaf, and Xiao being annoying and she telling them off. Not to mention Bulma working on the time machine. Saying it's a new metal, she's gotta reconfigure it again, saying how much she hates it, Knowing Bulma, she's gonna figure it out. Things start to go really, really odd, because we get to go back to the future. We get to see that Mai, future Mai, her and the Resistance, they're still alive, alright. But the last holdout of humanity, they're still on rough time and having kids. Share with her food, her making her feel better. We also get to see a conversation between Zamasu and Black. Apparently, and they even though they obtain power and they are immortal, they can't just kill Goku outright. Because it seems that Black, every time he encounters Goku, he gains some kind of power. What is this power? Maybe he's feeding off Goku. Feeding off him. That's a theory overall. That's just my theory. When you think about it. My theory. Every time they encounter and fight, he grows stronger, which is why he obtained Super Saiyan Rose after he got defeated. He got defeated the first time he fought Goku. It makes sense. But we have no idea what exactly was the wish that Zamasu made on the Super Dragon Ball. We know he wished for immortality, but something else. Something else. As Goku and the other, Goku, Whis, Beerus, and Supreme Kai, they watch Goros. Goros, he's eating off the food they left behind, this kind of gift, sweet, called good fortune. Seeing how Zamasu, he plays the servant role well. He does it so well, overall. But then when Zamasu, he makes his move, he lets his test them, and finally they have their proof. Well, they managed to stop him. Whis, if you guys watch Dragon Ball Z Resurrection, if you know about Whis' time ability, the turn back time, how he stops him with a glove, a mitten, and Whis is kind of it's not technically a god of destruction, but he's some kind of higher being, overall. Overall, it's pretty interesting that he could block Zamasu' attack, overall, and the way he did it, it was pretty interesting. Now that they finally got the proof, they confront Zamasu and told Goros what he did, right, and what he was about, or what he intended to do, and they found out about the future, and that everything happened. And Zamasu all but admitted everything, overall. They had the proof that they needed once Whis took off the glove of the the mitten, overall. They saw that his energy was still there in the blade form. That's also Black's technique to manipulate energy into a blade form. It's pretty interesting. See, like master, like student. Seeing the way it is, if they finally have the proof they need and know what the horrible things that Zamasu did and what he intends to do. He all but admitted. He all but said, yes, I did it. I did all those things, even though he intends to do them. He didn't. Or he intended to do them because he's now corrupted. He intends him to do everything that we intend to do. He had to prove. But just as he was about to strike at Goku, Beerus steps in and saying, "Don't get cocky," and just waves his hand right in his face to destroy it. And now Zamasu is dust. Zamasu is gone. Overall, seeing how he becomes atomized and turned to nothing, they wonder, like for example, when Trunks destroyed, when the androids were gone in Goku's timeline, and it didn't change Trunks' timeline. It didn't change Trunks' timeline, because that's an alternate timeline where Trunks came from. If that's true, then Trunks' timeline never existed overall. But Beerus said when a god destroys another god, and the realm will remain the same, and everything will be in order. However, the future has not changed. And Zamasu still exists in the future, and so does Black. I mean, no matter how you see it, you can change the effect in one timeline, but you can't affect another one. Time travel is different that way. And now they're gonna have to go, and now they're gonna go to the future and see if things have changed, which we know that's not true. This episode was definitely one of the best and good moments. Even though there wasn't a lot of fighting, there was a lot of pacing and patience. And I really like how well they progressed the story overall. Sooner or later, they're gonna have their ultimate encounter with Black and Zamasu. I can't wait to see what happens next. I really want to see Trunks steps up his game. See how he steps up, knowing that his younger self managed to make himself feel better was pretty awesome. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe below. Give me your thoughts. This is Sellavin Game and latest review on Dragon Ball Super Episode 59. I'm out. Peace. Bye.